It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline: Ipob bans Nigeria anthem in Southeast schools. Slaughtering of cows for ceremony. The news in full. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, has reviewed its action plan for the year 2022. The Ipob head of Directorate of State, Chika Idozim, banned the singing of Nigeria's national anthem in schools across the southeast. He also announced the ban on Fulani cows during festive seasons in the southeast. The DOS said that Ipob would campaign for the unconditional release of its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, where Edozim said that Ipob members should prepare for a worldwide protest with a focus on the British, Nigerian Embassy, Kenyan Embassy, and the United Nations. A statement signed by Edozim and Ipob spokesperson Ima Powerful said that the following are some of the programs and actions which the leadership will vigorously pursue in 2022. Say that these are the ones we can make public for now. The others will actually be made known at the appropriate time. Say that worldwide campaign for the unconditional release of Oyedu Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. The campaign will be called the Prisoner of Conscience Campaign. In furtherance of this campaign, all Ipob members, Biafrans, and friends of Biafrans are hereby urged to change their profile pictures on social media with our official campaign poster. Secondly, all Ipob families worldwide are hereby directed to activate the earlier instruction passed down to them. We shall embark on a worldwide protest in the cities, capitals around the world. The focus of our protest shall be British Embassy, the British Parliament, 10 Downing Street, the Kenyan Embassy, the Zoo Nigerian embassies, and international organizations like the United Nations, the European Union, Amnesty International, and also the media houses. The group said a new department known as the Education Department would be created. Ipob said that the department would be saddled with the responsibility of teaching Igbo history in primary and secondary schools. The statement added that the Directorate of Service will be creating a new department in Ipob to add to those existing under the Directorate of State, and the department will be designated as Ipob Education Department. The primary responsibility is to teach our history, language, tradition, and culture to our children. We have about 3 books that will be published this year in furtherance of this. After the end of this department is made public, Biafra writers will be called upon to bring forward books and educational materials to be published for our children in both primary and secondary schools. Beginning from tonight, no more Nigerian national anthems in all schools in Biafra land. Our children must no longer be reminded daily that they are under oppression by singing the national anthem of the oppressor. School authorities and proprietors have a responsibility to teach our children our national anthem, that is the Biafra national anthem. The ban placed on Fulani cows will take effect in April 2022. Effective this month, Fulani cows will not be used for any social or ceremonial events and festivals in Biafra land. Our native cows will be used instead for these events. Traditional custodians of our culture, the clergy and town unions must ensure that this message gets across to the grassroots. We cannot continue to eat and bring curse and damnation upon the land and upon ourselves by consuming cows that are used for bestiality. And these were the announcement by the Ipob Directorate after the meeting set aside for to take hold on the Saturday 1st, 2022, which we reviewed all their actions and plans for the year 2022, which was actually allowed as read for towards the unconditional release of their leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Has already said that they don't want to be part of Nigeria, and according to the group, there shall be no more Nigerian national anthem sung in schools in the Southeast region. Furthermore, the group said that children of the Southeast must no longer be reminded that they are under oppression by singing the national anthem of the oppressor. The Ipob also urged school authorities and proprietors to teach the students the Biafra national anthem instead. And what Ipob has failed to understand is that every citizen in Southeastern states has equal rights to decide what sovereignty they want to obey. Ipob has to understand that the Southeast can and will never be a Biafra land, because in Nigeria there is only one sovereignty, and it is the federal government. Their propaganda of oppression is baseless because they are the ones oppressing innocent citizens in the Southeast. The terrorist group had banned the slaughtering of cows raised by Fulani herdsmen during festive seasons in the southeastern region, instructing that native cows will be used instead of these events. And sadly, if the citizens were to disobey these instructions, other than the ones they want to obey, there will be senseless destruction of communities and the unprovoked killings of defenseless citizens. Innocent and vulnerable people will face the full terror of these criminals if they went ahead and slaughter cows raised by Fulani herders, and Ipob is trying to create disunity amongst the southeast and the north. And this is why the writer is of the opinion that the federal government was actually right to have proscribed the indigenous people of Biafra, as a terrorist group in the year 2021, because they have not proven to be a sociocultural group in the country, saying that the coalition of the northern group, the Wanizi and the Afenifere Middle Belt Forum, with respect to their own individual, assertions this year, had shown that in this new year, they had shown that truly Muhammadu Buhari must tackle insecurity and also the ailing economy of the country. But with respect to the few instructions given by the Ipob, the writer is of the opinion that they do not want peace and the federal government would be right in whatever action it takes against them, reiterating that there is need for the police. There is need for the government to end politically or thereabouts to ensure that immediately peace and prosperity returns to the country. A summary of the Middle Belt Forum meeting was that, through the national president, Pogu Bitros, says that they have continued to suffer severe and persistent attacks from the gangs of murderous herdsmen, and that this can no longer be tolerated because it is becoming a trend in the states within the Middle Belt region, consisting of Benue, Adamawa, amongst others, and therefore there is need for the federal government to live up to responsibility this 2022 to ensure that insecurity comes to an end. Same as the Wanizi, Indigo had actually said through the National Publicity Secretary, Chidiozi Ugbonaya, that they need to ensure that injustice comes to an end, the federal government needs to ensure that injustice comes to an end in this year, 2022, and also the Afenifere group, through its publicity secretary, that is Jare Ajayi, said that the Buhari administration must use the remaining part of 2023 before their tenure expires to right the wrongs that have occurred since it is in power, especially one of the agitator of the Yoruba nation, who is still at the detention of the Benin Republic facility, that is Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, saying that all these things and the other areas of security and the economy must be the necessary focus of the President Muhammadu Buhari before 2023, and ensure that it settles out everything needed. The coalition of Northern Group as well, says that there is need for the Nigerian government to intensify efforts to tackle the rate of insecurity across the country, and through its spokesperson Abdulaziz Suleiman says that even for the 2023 general elections, that they expect that security challenges that have been characterized for the past few years should be brought to a stop. And also, the writer says that the Ipob, having declared that they do not want national anthem and other things to be played in the schools, have to take a second look to it. Thanks for listening.